Hi, it's Altin from Guitar Space. Today we're going to review Pickup Music, which in my opinion, I'm going to say up front, is one of the best alternatives to learning guitar for modern guitar players. Why? Because they're still keeping the old community aspect that Pickup Music always had. I remember a website before it even was an online guitar lesson platform, when it was an Instagram page and a community of guitar players just commenting, sharing music, sharing posts with each other. The greatest thing about it still kept that aspect, but it turned it into a really refined platform for players of all levels. Now, let's get first to the basics, and I'm gonna go on what I really love about the platform and just a few things that they might improve on. The first topic I want to touch is the most important, which is how good is Pickup Music to take you from one level to the next one, and how good is it to guide you without you having to choose what lesson to go to. So they solve this with their pathways. Pathways are practically their way to taking you from one level to the other through guided and structured lessons. What I really love about pathways in Pickup Music, beyond the teachers who are brilliant at expressing their motivation, expressing their knowledge, is how the website supports them with the structure. Practically, you get one lesson, which comes with an introduction about the concept that we're going to learn today. Prior to the lesson, you also get a quiz or to the pathway, which gauges your knowledge. Because if you can't even play a single pentatonic, the website will just advise you to go back to the beginner stage, which is perfect, so you don't get to waste time with anything like that. After having an introduction of the concept and the teacher goes through the lesson, then you have a sort of long, kind of a landing page website, which is brilliant because you have exercises which are separate videos, so you can click on them whenever you want. You have interactive tabs and you have diagrams and you have short written piece like an instructional article about every lesson. So practically you have everything that you need. You don't even need to Google or to go on YouTube to find anything else if you just go on one of the pages of Pickup Music lessons. What's best, at the end of every lesson, be it in the pathway or the short lessons, you have a comment section which, different from almost all other guitar learning platforms, is full of comments and full of people replying, helping you. And it's not even the staff, it's other people from the community who first reply, and then it's the staff that replies for you. So it's brilliant. Another thing that I really like, it's mostly about intermediate and advanced players, because if you're late intermediate or advanced, sometimes you just want to learn something specific, or like me, you have a routine of learning something new every day. You can't really do that in a pathway, so what they do is they offer 5-minute lessons, which is just short concepts, which are still structured in a brilliant way. You have the master classes, which of course are all taught by masterful guitar players. Regarding the master classes, the only thing that I noticed that you might notice too is that you don't have the guitar legends like Joe Bonamassa or Steve Vai like True Fire would have like in the first page of the website teaching you. However, you have exceptional modern guitar players like Pliny, Prog Gods, Ariel Posen, and players of that caliber level teaching the master classes, which are still structured in a brilliant way. Another thing that I like is the licks. So what I did with my subscription, besides going into the neo soul and into the jazz category, which is not really my forte, and going through that pathway, I went to the licks every day, and they're continuously updated, which makes it brilliant. So I will learn a lick every night, practice it all day, and go back to it the next day. And if I want, I will just go to another one, and they're endless, such a huge library of them. So I just give them a 10 out of 10 when it comes to navigation. The other point I want to touch on, which I briefly mentioned, is the teachers. Now, the teachers share the same motivational and kind of positive vibe that the beginner needs. They all bring out their personalities when it comes to teachers, obviously, because it's like guitar. You can tell that somebody's playing just from their vibrato, and so is for the teachers. Yet what I really like, they kind of have a unified way of taking you from one place to another and making you feel like, yes, you can do it, just try a bit more, just leave it for today or go to tomorrow. So the teaching is exceptional. And not only for beginners, but this also happens when you go to late intermediate and advanced phase. Because believe me, I play gigs at recording studios. However, things still tend to be hard when you go and want to do the hard things. So it's good when you have somebody motivating you. Another thing that I want to touch is the backing material. As you know, websites, all learning platform websites offer tabs. Pickup Music also offer tabs, and you have the interactive tabs, but that's not my highlight. My highlight is they have this section you actually get to jam with the band. So what they did is brilliant. Now, they filmed the live band playing, you get to play with them, which was very odd at first, because I was just looking at the people comping, and I would follow them soloing. It was odd, but after a while, I really liked it, because you get to feel like the groove of the band. Of course, it's not comparable with the live thing, because nothing is comparable to playing with other musicians. However, it's still a plus to have. Another thing I really want to mention is the styles and the genres. Pickup Music is really focused on neo-soul, really focused on jazz and all modern styles of guitar playing. If you're into rock, if you're into metal, if you're into the classic things like I am, it's probably not the best website for you if you want to further develop in rock and metal and more classical genres. If, however, you want to jump up into the jazz, you're very dedicated to learning jazz, to learning neo soul, to learning prog stuff, then it's perfect. However, on the website they do a really cool thing when they list down the lessons when they are coming out, which is really cool of them. And I saw that they're actually planning a metal instructional pathway, which would be awesome, I think. But what really surprised me is a prog instructional pathway. And I want to see how they do that, because the thing about prog is nobody can really define prog, so I'm really curious if they will make it to make a good pathway of that, and I'm gonna stick around to find it out. Now my favorite part about Pickup Music. As a website that started as a community way back in the day, it still continued keeping that, meaning that it has the most active guitar player community of any paid online guitar platform. If you go into the community corner, if you post something, post yourself playing, you get other players commenting on that and motivating you. If you post a question, you get other people replying. And it's not just the teachers or the people who work for Pickup Music, but it's everyone just sharing the goodwill and motivating you, and in a certain way making you accountable. Pickup Music posts various challenges and offer rewards, but the best reward that you have out of those challenges is just that feeling that, oh, I have a goal to catch, oh, I'm accountable, oh, I have to post something cool because somebody else will post something cool, so I really want to impress them. And also, they do weekly live streams with the teachers. So if you're stuck on something, you can't work out a concept, what's the name of this chord or whatever, why is it not sounding good, you can just ask them and they will reply, which is precious. So now to recap in a nutshell, why do I think that Pickup Music is worth it? Well, first of all, if you're into neo soul, if you're into neo jazz, if you're into any modern genre, any modern aspect of playing guitar, then it's perfect. Because you have all the best players in the world teaching you that. Modern names which are just now reinventing guitar playing. If you like to have a structured way of learning guitar, if you're a beginner, intermediate player, then it will perfectly guide you towards the steps, gauging your knowledge and keeping you active. If you find sometimes that you're a bit lazy, you want somebody else to push you, it's also perfect because you have other people in the community pushing you, and it has everything you need. The best part about it is that it all comes with one subscription. So, for example, it's not like TrueFire when you buy the subscription, but then if you want to access a masterclass, you have to pay extra. I don't really like that because it turns you off from the masterclass. It's as if you're buying a separate DVD. So it's all there, it's all subscription. Why avoid Pickup Music? So the reason why I would avoid Pickup Music is if you want to learn rock and roll guitar, or some classic metal guitar which is not yet out as a pathway in Pickup Music. Pickup Music is mostly ready for modern guitar players and modern genres. However, considering how often they update the website, and the metal pathway and the prog pathway, for which I'm very curious to see is coming out, they might also have those kind of rock and roll lessons in the future. Another reason is that they don't have that big back catalog of lessons like big websites that are going on for 3 decades. However, that can be seen on the bright side. There's no big back catalog of videos, but there's also no fluff information. There's everything you need and not doubling of it, because there's no point in having multiple lessons for a thing, it might just get you confused. Also, you won't have the learn the popular songs category or anything like that, because I don't really find the purpose in having that if that's not your purpose, in the sense that you won't have lessons to learn Sweet Child of Mine or the popular rock and pop tunes, because you can always go on YouTube and learn those, so I wouldn't find that something negative about the website. So at this point, the best thing you can do right now is just go to the website, sign up for the free trial, get on a pathway, or just get on some daily 5-minute lessons, which are exceptional. And also, they are confident enough to say that they're gonna give you your money back after some specific time if you haven't improved your guitar playing. So go try it out. They have my approval. Great website, great teachers, and exceptional structuring and focus on making you a better guitar player.